what I'll sum it up like this, guys. If you're one of these lazy porch, you know what I'm saying? Porch. Yeah, the big beautiful bill is not going to be good for you. Basically, what it's doing is it's creating tax cuts, okay, for about 62% of Americans, all right, that work. No taxes on tips, etc. And what it's doing is it's cutting taxes, but it's funding the cutting of those taxes via cutting back on social programs like Medicaid and SNAP, right? And it ensures that people have to have more documentation to get SNAP, which is basically food stamps, right? So don't work or are lazy, yeah, it's going to suck. You ain't going to be able to get a handout as much. But if you do work, you'll be able to keep more of your money, okay? If I'm going to just boil it down in like a quick, 10-second thing. But I got a video here for you guys that I'll find that explains it very quickly. Let's see here. Boom. All right. Yeah, so guys, it's going to fund a bunch of stuff. Roughly 10,000 ICE agents, Border Patrol, CBP. It's going to fund the Department of Homeland Security to do more deportations. It's going to do tax cuts for about 62% of the American population at work. But the way it's going to fund that, right, with, these new incentives is they're going to have to cut back from Medicaid and SNAP. Now, people are pissed off. The Democrats are pissed off because they look at it like, hey, this is punishing poor people. It's punishing people that, vulnerable class of Americans. But obviously, the working class and then also people that have money, too, they're going to benefit because they are going to get tax cuts and be able to keep more of their money. But what they're arguing, the Republicans, is this is going to generate economic growth, which will offset the deficit that that we're supposed to garner. We're supposed to basically this bill is going to cost us money, which is why Elon Musk is so pissed off, because he went ahead and he had Doge, and Doge was there to cut back government spending. This bill adds to the deficit. So obviously, this is why Elon Musk was so pissed off. And not only is Elon Musk pissed off because this is going to add more to the deficit. Hey, shout out to Rattlesnake TV, man. He just joined in. Welcome to the stream, ninjas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go all the way back with this so this makes sense. As you guys know, Elon Musk started to support Donald Trump during his 2024 campaign last year, right around this time, actually, right? Especially after he was shot and almost killed in Butler, Pennsylvania. After Trump won, Elon was appointed as the head of Doge, okay, the Department of Government Efficiency. And the purpose of Doge was to cut back on government spending, okay, cut back on government bureaucracy, government bloat, and overspending. And he was able to effectively save quite a bit of money for the U.S. government. Now, Trump put this bill in play, this big, beautiful bill, which tackles many different topics. It's huge, okay? It covers border security, building the border wall, hiring more ICE officers, more ICE agents and ICE personnel, because remember, guys, ICE has HSI and it has ICE ERO. So hiring more of them, hiring more Border Patrol agents, etc. Also talks about giving tax cuts to, a significant portion, a majority of the American population that works, where they're able to keep more of their money on overtime, on overtime, no taxes on tips, etc. So they're able to effectively keep more of the money that they make. But for him to fund this, also, the other thing was also getting credit on buying cars. When you get an auto loan, if you buy American made, you get a benefit on that, and you get a better price. You basically get a tax cut on that if you buy American. So all of these different things is to allow working Americans to keep more of their money, no tax on tips, less tax on overtime, etc. So it allows them to keep more of the money that they actually work for. Now, who this is going to hurt? This is going to hurt people that want to be porch. So if you don't want to work, you want to chill or whatever, especially for the able-bodied adults, this is going to suck for you. If you were one of these people that used to sit at home all day and collect welfare because you think collecting welfare is better than having a job, because there are some positions, or a lot of people out there where they say, yo, I make more money from welfare than I do from working a real job, so I'm just not going to work. If you're one of those people, this is going to be a very bad time for you, because you're going to have to go ahead and show that you're working at least 80 hours a month, okay? And if you can't show that, you're not going to get the benefits, pretty much. And then Medicaid, they also cut Medicaid as well. And obviously, the Democrats are losing their minds over this, because they're like, look, this bill is targeting a vulnerable part of the American population, blah, blah, blah. Right? So this is why a lot of Democrats oppose it. They look at it like this is a bill to make the poor people poorer, right? But it's helping a lot of the working class. And obviously, improving border security, giving people benefits for buying American-made products, etc. So And what the Trump administration and the Republicans are saying, like, yes, this is going to add more to the deficit, but that's going to be offset from all the Americans having more of their money, and they're going to put it back. Because as you guys know, when people save money and they hold on to their money, it hurts the economy. It doesn't stimulate. Why do you think they were during the COVID? They're giving all these stimulus packages. They need money to rotate. They need people to spend money to keep the economy going. So they look at it like, if we put more money in their pockets and we also give tax cuts for businesses, those businesses can employ more people. Those people get employed. They work. They stimulate the economy. They make money. They spend. And that gets things going. So they kind of look at it like with a little bit of like, Reaganomics, where you have the top down, you're giving tax breaks to not just the upper echelon that employ people, but also the middle class who are working. And then obviously the porch niggas, they're going to be pissed off because they can't get handouts, right? So that's why this bill is so controversial. And it's, a lot of people are pissed off. But like I said before, the big thing is because the other thing that's controversial about it is not just because, the Democrats and the left are saying, it's going to impose problems for people that are more vulnerable. The other thing is they're saying, hey, well, this is going to add to the deficit, which is why Elon Musk is so pissed off. But the Trump administration is saying, look, with all this stimuli we're going to create, that's going to offset that deficit. Now, with Elon Musk, he's taking this a bit personal, guys, because as you guys know, with Elon Musk, right, he's been beefing with Trump about this, criticizing this bill for a very long time. A big reason why, guys, is because, as you guys know, Elon Musk lost a lot of money on Tesla and SpaceX and all of his other businesses because he was focusing on the campaign and Doge and kind of taking his attention off of the pulse from his businesses. And on top of that, when he was supporting Trump, a lot of these Tesla dealerships were getting blown up by liberals, right? There were so many different people getting arrested by the FBI all across the country for basically lighting Teslas on fire, destroying them at the dealerships, etc. So this obviously made the Tesla stock fucking crash and go wild. And he lost a lot of money on this. Obviously, SpaceX, he didn't devote enough time to it. Twitter also started to degrade quite a bit as well because he was focusing on the Doge stuff. And, this is obviously in the middle of him getting Ashley St. Clair pregnant and all the other fucking drama he had to deal with this year while, being at the White House. And obviously, he returned back to Tesla and everything else like that because the investors basically demanded that Elon needed to go back to work. So he left. And he was pissed off because this big, beautiful bill, he looks at it like, I took all this loss with my businesses. I took all this reputational hit because I was a former Democrat. Now I'm over here with the Republicans. And you're just going to go ahead and spit in my face and go ahead and pass this big-ass bill, which adds to the deficit, right? But Trump's team is arguing, hey, well, the way we're going to stimulate the economy, that deficit is going to be eroded when people have more money and they put the money back into the economy because they're making money and we're giving them tax cuts. So a lot of it is speculative, guys, but I can see both perspectives. I can see why Elon is mad because he literally lost billions upon billions of dollars in net worth to assist in the Trump campaign, and he also spent a significant amount of money to get Trump into office, so he's obviously pissed off. But then Trump is pissed off because he's looking at it like, you're not being a fucking loyal supporter. You're over here questioning my bill when I already have enough headaches getting this thing passed through the fucking government. Last thing I need is someone from my team criticizing my policy when I got to go fight with the ops. So both parties are obviously angry at each other for different reasons, but I hope you guys can understand why. Well, number one, how we got here. Number two, why Elon Musk is pissed off. The crashing of his businesses, right? Because let's be honest here, guys. Tesla buyers are not conservatives and they're not Republicans. Most right-wingers don't give a fuck about climate change. We make fun of climate change. We call it a scam on this side of the internet. But Democrats and liberals, progressives, the people that are more likely to buy Teslas, well, they're pissed off and they stopped buying Teslas because of his support of Trump. So he got the double whammy. Not only was the stock going down and people destroying the Teslas and it had bad reputation on the Democrat side, people aren't buying the Teslas either because he ostracizes the very people that would be more climate friendly, right? Give me ones in the chat if that all makes sense. I summarized it quite a bit. There's way more to it than that. I'm sure there's a lot of economists out there that could go way deeper, but I kind of want to give you guys a bird's eye view of what this big, beautiful bill is, what it's going to do, how it's going to affect people, and how we got a lot of the drama around this bill based on the Elon Musk-Trump relationship. Give me ones if that all makes sense.